Okay, today's topic is tzedakah for non-Jews, right? So to remind us, the correct versions of the Rambam say mitzvah to say litin tzedakah l'ani Yisrael, right? So the mitzvah deraisa is only to give to Jews. Okay.
What the doofus said.
The doofus said, do you remember what it said? I think l'aniyim, I think. Yeah. Yeah, actually we can check. Hold on. The doofus says
No, don't muddy your laptop with this.
yeah, don't worry, I'm not going to touch it again. Okay, the doofus says zra'im, Matnos, Aniyim. Yes. Hello, Isaac. So the doofus says mila aniyim. Yeah. Yeah. To just l'aniyim. Okay. All right. So let us look and see what we are supposed to do with non-Jews. Mefarnasin umachasin aniye goyim im aniye Israel. So we mefarnasin means we provide for the needs of, right? Which I assume means tzedakah, but it's a verb that encompasses the idea of de machshavah. And we clothe the poor non-Jews with the poor Jews. Mipnei darchei shalom. Because of darchei shalom, which we'll get to back to in a second. The Aniyim machazer al psachim ein niskakin lo lamatana meruba. And actually, hold on a second. Yeah, actually, we should do this now because that's the mipnei darchei shalom. Let's do. He references us to a different place. I was going to go to the darchei shalom halacha that we found a couple years ago in the end of Mlachim Milchamos chapter 10. It's halacha. I think we were doing shalom in we were doing Hanukkah stuff, and we were doing the sugya of shalom in the Rambam. I think that's how we got here, if I'm not mistaken. So he's talking about ger toshav, right? So those are non-Jews who live in Israel and have accepted upon themselves shev mitzvos. So he says v'chein yirali is at the in halacha 12. In chapter 10 of Hilchos, Mlachim, ומלחמות. וכן יראה לי שנוהגים עם גר תושב בדרך ארץ וגמילות חסדים כישראל. So it seems to me, which is Rambam code word for his own svara, that he didn't find in a source, that we conduct ourselves with a ger toshav in derech eretz, which here derech eretz I think means like in business dealings. I don't think derech eretz is like the way people use derech eretz like for manners. Okay,
he's using it like how the Gemara.
I think he's using it how the Gemara uses it. Yeah, although there is confusing because derech eretz means three things, right? It means like business. It means like marital relations, right? Like in the Haggadah, and then it means good interpersonal conduct, right? So it's either going to be one or three here. And acts of kindness ki Israel, just like a Jew. Because we are commanded to sustain them, to enliven them. Shenamar, as it says, funny raya, right? You know what the context of that is? To the ger who is in your gates, you shall give it, and he will eat.
Is that Pesach?
No.
No idea.
Yeah, you're not going to get it from the context.
No.
Unless you really know that parsha. Nevela. Right? Lo sochlu kol nevela. Do not eat any carrion. Lager asher, which is whatever. You're not going to give carrion to your neighbor. Like, here's a roadkill. Meaning if you shechted it improperly, right? That's probably the more likely case. Maybe they do. Lager asher bish araha titnen va'achala. You should give it to the ger who's in your gate, which cannot mean a ger tzedek, because a ger tzedek is asur to have nevela, just like a Jew, right? A ger meaning like a convert.
Oh, okay. I was like, what's a ger tzedek?
Yeah. The geri tzedek and geri toshav are the two types of convert, but because nowadays we don't have a ger toshav, we call all converts gerim, but the formal term is geri tzedek. Yeah, that's why when you daven for geri tzedek means converts. Yeah, it literally means righteous converts, but it means all converts, not just the ones who are righteous.
Okay.
Yeah, plain shot at least. So that is a ger toshav. You should give it, and he shall eat. O machor lanachri, or sell it to a nachri, who's going to be someone who's not a ger toshav but is a non-Jew. Ki am kadosh atar l'Hashem l'kacha lo savash al gedi b'chal levimo. Throw that in there. Yeah. Okay. So he's bringing a proof. So it's interesting. He's bringing a proof from there.
Like Tzedakah.
Yeah, that all gimulus chasadim and derech eretz applies, right? I would not get that from that pasuk, right? I wonder if that is, if we have time, I want to check and see if that's going to be a Torah Tamima, but I don't want to do a drop down yet. Shnemar, okay. V'zeh she'amru chachamim in kovlin lahem shalom. what about when the Chachamim say don't do a double greeting to a non-Jew? That's bagoyim. That is by goyim, okay, which in the, close this, goyim, oh, kigoyim. Okay, I think bagoyim makes more sense. Lo beger toshav, not with a ger toshav. Afil ha-goyim, but even the goyim, tzivu chachamim levaker cholehem, the chachamim, now didn't we learn tzivu chachamim means that it's like Eitzah Tova? Isaac, didn't we say that when we were doing the Tziva Chacham as Adam Shalom Lalam as Bito Torah, that it was advice?
I feel like I recall.
Say that? Oh, hold on just a second. Just a second. You're on your speaker. Oh no, this time. Hold on. Volume was all the way down that time. I don't understand. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
So, I feel like I recall something along those lines.
Yeah, I think so. I think Tzivul Chachamim is not a hardcore halacha. The Chachamim, there's got to be a good word for advising, but with like the force of a command. Adjured you. No, I don't know. To
recommend.
Say again?
I said recommend, but I think that's actually. Yeah,
I mean, that's the same shorach, right? I assume. Actually, I don't even know.
Strongly urge.
Strongly recommend, yeah. Strongly advise. Levakar Choleim to visit. Implore? Yeah. Okay, that works. To visit their sick, likbor meseim, to bury their dead, im mesei Yisrael, with the dead Jews, lefarnis aniyehem, and to support their poor, bichlal ani Yisrael, included with ani Yisrael, mipnei darchei shalom, because of the ways of peace. Hari nemar. So again, up until this point, the reason why we brought this in is because up until this point, people use darchei shalom as if it's just like playing politics. But then he says here, God is good to all and is merciful upon all his creations. So these are not politics, right? This is midos HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tov Hashem l'kol v'racham avol masav is actual midos HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And Derachacha Darchei Noam about the ways of Chachma or Torah is a feature of the Torah itself. So this is not just politics. This is actually like doing Tov Hashem l'kol v'racham avol masav in terms of the halachos b'drachav.
Am I wrong?
Yeah. Sorry, the second pasuk uses raya. Yeah. We might. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how the Rambam uses it, but certainly this proof from Ashrei is sufficient, right? Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. So that shows you. So what I'm arguing from there is that in our halacha, where are we? In our halacha, darchei shalom does not just mean that like we don't want them to look at Jews as stingy, and that's why we give. No, rather it means that we actually value being good to the non-Jews, even though it's not part of the mitzvah deal, right? So, right. Yeah, he says Iman Israel also there. Weird, sorry. This is, we close that and close Shadal. Why am I? Oh, because of the Nevel pasuk. Yeah. He says, like Velikbor Mesei Israel, which someone says on that, by the way, it does not mean that you bury them in Jewish cemeteries. It means that along, right. Good example of that, by the way. I don't know why this came to mind now, but they say that Hatzalah was the first organization to show up at Ground Zero, right? With the on 9/11, and with all the body part recovery thing, then they obviously they did not discriminate. Like Jews were there trying to find the body parts and stuff like that, and that's like a good example where it was recognized by the world as being like not just politics but like actual like caring about humanity. Yeah. Okay. Right.
If it's not a politics thing.
If it's not what?
If it's not a politics thing.
Yeah.
But anything weird why another type of file. Mini-shiur because mini-shiur. I tell you if you're not if it's a mini-shiur.
Oh wait, so I'm saying Bichlal. That was you're saying that was on the.
He's saying Israel sounds like right. It sounds like he's saying it sounds like if someone wasn't giving to the Aniyim Israel, then they wouldn't give to a non-Jew on the other.
Oh, I don't think. I don't think that's shot, right? Because I think he means obviously we're giving to the Jews, but along with giving to the Jews, we give to the non-Jews. I don't think it's contingent.
I don't know why you have to say in money.
Aside
from
Wait, sorry, what are you saying he should say?
I think you should take out in money.
That wouldn't that make it sound like a completely separate phenomenon? I mean, I think he's trying to say that all the stuff we do with Jews, we also do with non-Jews. Meaning like all the stuff that we said in halachos all up through above. I'm not bothered by the im. Yeah. I wanted to look where's this halacha here? Re'el le'el bir aleph tes. Okay, so we can't see that because I think he means in his footnotes. Va'af b'ovdei avodah zara. Histaigos harama b'inyan zeh b'zman shiyad Yisrael tekiva re'e avodah zara. We won't look at that right now. All right. Then he says, "V'ani hamachazer al psachim," a poor person who's like begging at doors. In niskakin lo matana meruba. You don't have to like give him a big gift. He says, "Hamachazer al psachim ani ha'ovir mibayis lebayis u'mavakish tzedakah." It's like the people who go around. Shiachol lahashlim b'derech zo mashachatzer lo. That a person could. Lahashlim baderech zo mashachatzer lo. That he can make enough money from going around on the derech. So you don't have to give him a lot of stuff, just give him a matana muetes. But asur lahachzir es ha'ani shal rekam. Okay, so that's another halacha. It is asur to turn away a poor person empty-handed. Vafilu ata nosen lo grogeres achas, even one fig, right? A dried fig. Okay, so you better carry around a pocket full of dried figs. As it says, al yashov dach nichlam. Do not. How do you translate it? Al yashov, don't turn away. Dach, a crushed person. Nichlam, ashamed. I think that's what it means. Yeah, Yosef.
Is a grogeres achas more or less than a peruta?
I don't know. I've never bought. I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay. But I think he says, oh no, there is a halakha. See, there's a halakha what to do if you don't have money, but he doesn't say that to halakha to Perek Yud.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, what did I say we were going to look up that I didn't want to do too many tabs?
What
was that? Yeah, towards me. Actually, there was something else I wanted to look up. You know, the phrase I think is used for politics is mishum eva, but I don't know if the Rambam uses that. I just want to check in the Rambam, right? Mishum eva.
It's like if they hate, like for hating.
Yeah, because of.
There's also mishum chanifa though.
Oh yeah.
Chanifa's flattery.
Right. No. I've never seen that phrase though.
I was in Tostos. The first Tostos was in Avodah Zarah.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Mishnah Torah.
It's one of his halaminas for why we do business with the non-Jews 3 days.
Interesting.
Maybe it's Mishum Chanifa.
I thought that was Mishum Eva also.
Yeah. That's a different one of his answers. Because we did with the Khan was Mashallah.
So one case of this, Bas Yisrael lo tanik es bena shel nachris. A Jewish woman may not nurse the baby, the child of a non-Jewish woman. Mipnei shemagadelas ben la'avodah zara. Wait. Bas Yisrael lo tanik es bena shel nachris. Doesn't that mean?
No.
Yeah, she can't nurse.
She can't nurse a non-Jewish baby.
She can't nurse a non-Jewish baby because she'll be raising a kid to avodah zara.
No, lo tanik es bena would be.
No,
bena shel nachris. Yeah. V'lo tiyalid es hanachris, and she shouldn't. I assume this means like act as a maid, not a maid servant, a midwife.
Oh.
I think like hamialdos, haivrios, right? She shouldn't act as a midwife for a non-Jewish woman. Aval mialedes hi basachar, but she could do it for pay, mishum eva, because of enmity. Hanachis mialedes as bas Yisrael minika. Okay, that's one case. Another mishum eva is in avodah zara 10:2. Mikan she'ata lamed she'asur l'rapos of avodah zara afilu basachar. I don't know how we paskin. I mean, it doesn't seem we paskin this way. From here, you learn that it's asur to heal of avodah zara even for payment. This is probably it. Hold on just a second. V'imhaya misyarmin, if you're afraid of them, shahaya choshesh mishum eva, or if you're worried about eva, okay, that's probably why we're doing it. Merape b'sachar, then you can heal for payment of al b'chinam asr, but you can't do it for free. V'ger toshav hoil v'ata mitzvah l'hachiosa merapin osa b'chinam. But v'ger toshav, since you are commanded to provide him a living, then you can heal him for free. Yeah, Yosef?
Is Avodah Zarah, is that like non-Jew or is it Avodah Zarah?
So the Rambam says in his code, not his code of law, like in his lingo, he says goyim. Okay, there's a place in Hilchos Avodah Zarah where he says what he means when he says goyim, and I always have to look this up. Let's see if I can find it. He did say over there, yeah, but I think he might say. No, I have to find it. I can't remember if he says that goy, stam goy means avodah zarah or not. Can't remember that. So those cases of mishum eva. So that's like what I was thinking in terms of politics. Like you don't want them like looking. Yeah, again, Rambam is. I'm only talking about the Rambam. I'm not talking about how other people use it. And yeah. Yeah, I think that's what we did during that Hanukkah thing. Let's just see if we could jog our memories really quickly. I'm just waiting if this loads. It's not scrolling. Rambam, Mishneh Torah. Oh boy. Slow computer. This is not all Torah's fault, everyone. This is my computer. Deos, that's Shlomo. This is Shlomo. Stop it. Deos. No, that's Shalem, Shlomo. Darche Shalom. So this is actually relevant that we need to read this one anyway. Mefarnasin ani goyim im ani Israel mipnei darche Shalom. Vein memachin bidei ani goyim beleket shichach peh. We don't like rebuke the ani goyim in terms of leket peh and shichacha mipnei darche Shalom. Okay, because of darche Shalom. V'sholim b'shloman, we inquire as to the welfare. V'afilu b'yom edam, even on their holiday. Mipnei darche Shalom. V'ein koflin lahem shalom la'olam, but we don't double shalom to them forever. I never exactly knew what that was. Hello. Yeah, yeah, me too. I don't think that's what it means though. It might mean that we don't. No, return a greeting.
Like, hello, how are you? Like, is it like
I'm not sure.
double?
I'm not sure.
It's not returning a greeting. I remember once trying to figure out what this is.
I also know
it's not returning a greeting.
You can't go into his a non-Jew's house on his holiday to say shalom, like hide under the Christmas tree and then burst out, hello! Matzu bashuk, if you find him in the market, nosin lo shalom, b'safa rafa v'kovid rosh. Then you could greet him with a heavy lip and a heavy head, a soft lip and a heavy head.
So, can you say that it's all the same for New Year?
Well, the dark shalom part for this first part does fit in. Right. I mean, first of all, it's the same halacha, and not turning them away from leket peh and shichacha.
It's not turning them away from one halacha.
I mean, so the word, the concept of shalom is multifaceted, right? I mean, shalom means peace, right? I'm just someone wrote an article about it, but. So there could be different ways of bringing about peace. I'm just trying to be docha the explanation that docha shalom is like synonymous with like playing politics. So like for example, like this of sholim b'shlomim v'afil b'yom edam mipnei docha shalom. That could be like what's his name in Pirkei Avos says you should be shol b'shlom kol adam. That's docha shalom. Like and the fact that you're extending that to non-Jews. Is in fact, that's what the Chazal say there is that even for non-Jews, because you want to foster shalom, So I think that is an actual midah. I think it'd be hard pressed to. But see, I don't know if it's about making them happy. I mean, you guys did the sugya more recently than I did with Rav Pesach Shir last year. But like, it's not that you can't make them happy; it's that you don't want to give any support or like chashivus to their avodah zarah. Yeah, right.
Reason for them to pray.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay, let's stop here for today. I know we didn't go through all the Darkei Shalom stuff, but yeah. I mean, we could do it again this year for Hanukkah. I mean, there's a lot of them here, as you can see. A lot of them. Okay, all right, we'll stop here for today. Okay, all righty.
Internet.
Thank you.
Yep, thanks.